Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Sunday, the 23rd of April, 2023. Getting back on track with a full day of gameplay streaming after yesterday splitting the day between reacting and gameplay. Today was a fun level 1 podcast, and I really liked this episode because we investigated the Internet Historian's YouTube channel. Why did we do that? Well, because in 1 week's time, it is time for my monthly long-form React event that I do over on my React channel, DSP React. So because of that, we've been talking about what I'm going to react to, and this month we decided no drama. Instead of drama, let's watch some YouTube content that's not about the fall of a YouTuber or anything like that. We talked over the month about what you guys wanted to see. You actually voted and chose Internet Historian. So this morning, we looked into many of the videos on that channel, and we basically narrowed it down to 5. And the 5 are as follows: The Cost of Concordia, the documentary on Fallout 76, the documentary on No Man's Sky and how it improved over time, the documentary on Firefest, and the Area 51 documentary. And what I mean by that, the storming of Area 51 documentary from a few years ago when idiots were actually planning on storming Area 51. Yes, this is true. So, those 5 videos are the ones in the running, and what we're going to end up doing is talking more about them over the week. And then what we're probably going to do is set up a poll by which people will start to vote on which of those videos you'd like to see me react to on that Sunday. Next Sunday is 1 week from today, April 30th, all day long on DSP Reacts, where I'll be reacting to content from that channel. Maybe what we'll even do is during that level 1 podcast that morning, set up a poll, people will vote, and then whatever wins the poll, that's the first video I react to, and we go from there. The videos are interesting because they're all different lengths. Some are like 25 minutes, one's like 50-something minutes. So depending on what people vote for, I can end up reacting to like 2 videos, 3, 4 videos. It all depends. So it should be an interesting day, to say the least. So the level 1 podcast was mostly that, plus some Q&A and interaction, which was great. And then we jumped back into Elden Ring. The Elden Ring streams this week, 3 back-to-back, because next week I'm going to be very busy either with Star Wars Jedi Survivor or React content. So I decided to play a lot of Elden Ring this week, back-to-back. Today was cool. We started using the Moonveil Katana, and even though admittedly I haven't really used it that much and learned its abilities that well, it's a great sword. It's good because now I have this melee build that's half melee and half the glintstone sorceries. Although primarily the glintstone sorceries are my main focus and what I'm using most effectively to kill the bosses and the like. Man, today was a great stream. Here's why. We went underground into the well, the Sophia River well, did all the content down there, including the 2 optional bosses, meeting up with Blyde, doing his quest line. Then we went to the Celian City, Magic City, on the Caelid outskirts there. Well, I guess the lake outskirts. Cleared all of that. And in the meantime, bought a really awesome spell from Gowry that is a black mist spell. And it's really cool because it's just damage over time in an area and it's slow moving. So for certain enemies, they walk right through it. They're going, oh, their health bar just melts away. It's pretty darn cool for the build that I have. Then, after that, we explored further and ended up doing the Upside Down Tower. Now, keep in mind, the Upside Down Tower you can only do a very small portion of until later on in the game with the Ronnie questline. So we did some of it. And then we went again underground to, I think it was called the Astra River. It's the other underground river area that you can do earlier on in the game. So we did that too. So we ended up fighting multiple bosses, awesome challenges, cool unique NPCs, got multiple spells for my build, leveled up the Moonveil. Now the Moonveil is good. So it was actually a really productive Elden Ring stream. If you want, definitely watch it. This is like one of the more productive ones. I had a really good time with it. And it looks like tomorrow, when we continue on, I'm going to be clearing out some more stuff near the Lift of Dectus. And then I think what we're going to do is head into that mine where you go up, and that's the alternate way up the lift where you kill all those enemies. You get tons of crafting items in there. And then from there, decide what we want to do. If I want to go face Radahn or if we want to do something else. So good stuff coming in Elden Ring this week. Okay. Then the night stream was Oblivion. And I first finished up an ongoing quest that I had regarding the vendors. There was this conspiracy where one of the vendors was selling stuff for cheap. Come to find out there was a grave robber he was getting his stuff from. We completed that quest, and then we basically did the main story for a little bit over an hour. Well, you know, we hadn't done the main storyline in the game in a very long time, probably like a month and a half. So we did maybe 2-3 story-based missions with the Mythic Dawn quest line, and ended up with this crazy one where there's a big gauntlet of enemies you have to kill, a ton of Mythic Dawn followers. And now it's really cool, because for the first time in the whole game, I'm actually now finally wearing good armor. I'm wearing this piece of armor that's kind of makes you invisible with Chameleon, but I'm also wearing like a hybrid armor. Some of it's an ebony armor set. Some of it is an armor that lets you have more endurance. I have giant swords I'm using now that are magic imbued. So now I'm actually feeling more powerful. Up to this point, I was kind of a weakling, and I was taking so much damage, but now I'm actually feeling stronger, and we were able to cut through these waves and waves of Mythic Dawn today. So that was all good. Now, I confirmed the Shivering Isles DLC is installed. We can start it whenever we want and even unlock it during tonight's stream, but we opted to do a little bit more story before. So next time we play Oblivion, likely I'll start with the Shivering Isles DLC. Okay? Overall, today was a really good day. Support was kind of weird, and the reason I say that is typically, how can I say it? People want to basically support the streams in a way that they get some kind of a reward, correct? So, oh, I'm going to tip Phil because we get to vote on a hat or a vest or something today. Today, it was like everything was evenly distributed. We had super chats coming in. We had memberships and gifted memberships coming in. We had tips coming in. And each one was like a good portion. And it was like evenly distributed all day. So it was weird because like by the end of the Elden Ring stream, we had only hit the tier 1 tips goal, which by the way is fine. I'm not upset at all. I was like, this is good. But we had a good amount of super chats, a ton of gifted memberships. I was like, wow. And then the same thing on the late stream where it started off a little slow. And then all of a sudden we had everything like evenly balanced by the end of the night. I was like, that was a pretty good mix. And it was nice because people were having a good time today, too. You could tell in general, people were really enjoying the streams. They were interacting a lot. It was a really good vibe today. I had a really good time on the streams today. I hope you guys did, too. Okay? So tomorrow, what are we doing? Another Level 1 podcast. And I wonder if there's anything in particular to talk about tomorrow. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, any topics or anything we should cover? I'm like, man, maybe the only real thing we really need to kind of solidly discuss is what we're doing Tuesday night, which we don't know yet. And what we want to do for this special long-form event that I'm going to do here on DSP Gaming in May. Like I said, every month now I want to do a special event. You know, February we had the Super Bowl event, then early April we had my birthday event. I like to do something like mid to late May here on DSP Gaming as like a special event, a marathon, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet. So maybe we'll just seriously have discussions about that. But outside of that, nothing too special. However, Elden Ring, I'm excited because we're doing well. We're making progress. It's a completely different play style than the first time I played this game. So I'm excited for more. And it's going to be a good time. And then tomorrow night, it's more Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, which also I'm very excited for because it's a great game. First time I'm doing a playthrough for you guys. The Pixel Remaster is outstanding with the amount of improvements and the amazing soundtrack. Great stuff coming up tomorrow. All right, everyone? Please have a good night. One final thing. As soon as I'm done recording this video, I'm going to head over to DSP React, and I'm going to post up the post on which you guys will nominate your videos if you're a channel member and you want to get a chance for your video to be watched on DSP versus the internet. Chances are by the time you're seeing this video live on DSP Gaming, the threads are already there. So head over and post up as soon as possible. It is first come, first serve for those of you who are standard channel members. Remember, if you're an ultra member, you are guaranteed to get your video watched. It's a great benefit to being an ultra member. But for everyone else, it is a competition, and I hope that you'll post up as soon as you can. And good luck. All right, everyone, please have a good night. Cannot wait to see you all in the morning for the podcast and more Elden Ring. Thanks a lot for a great streaming day, and I'll see you in the AM for more. Peace out.